Hi YouTube. It's been a while since I made a video because I made a video. I hope you guys had a really Merry Christmas because it it was strange. So I'll go into this tangent first. A couple of years ago, our Consumer Power, which is our electric and gas power company, changed our meters on our houses, and it friggin' has been this weird ass domino effect since then. So the night before Christmas Eve, my neighbors went out. Just the gas, not the electricity. And we're having a blizzard named Elliot, and it's 11 below zero, wind chill, and it's crazy. So they had 11 cats. They texted me that night and said, "Can we come over if we need to because their carbon monoxide testers went off and all this?" And I said, "Of course, of course." So, but they never ended up coming over. And then it started going a domino effect down our road because there was 4 or 5 Consumer Power down our road for the whole Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, all day, all night. Because I watched them get their meter changed at midnight on Christmas Eve. Because I'm like, oh, it's so magical, it's beautiful. But ours went out at Christmas Day in the morning at 4 a.m. So we went down to 59 degrees. But they ended up coming to our house. The next door neighbors were bringing over wood because we have a wood burner, but we ran out of wood. And right now, I don't make much money being a nurse, LPN in Michigan. I just don't, and I'm not working a bunch of overtime. I'm not going into that. But anyway, so they were bringing wagon loads of wood over to our house. Sweetest freaking neighbors ever. Ever. My family wouldn't do this, but the neighbors did. And they were bringing it over on Christmas morning because my son had just went out Christmas Eve to his friend that passed away, to his families, and celebrated Christmas with them. And then, so he was still sleeping. And so it was freezing in my house. I didn't even do yoga. And yeah, and then we survived. And then by 3 o'clock, they brought on electricity. But the guy that turned on electricity was a wonderful consumer's man, too. Um, he was away from his family on Christmas Day, and I said Merry Christmas to him, and we tried to give him hot cocoa, but he wouldn't take it. But he was great, fabulous. There was only 2 guys in the city of Saginaw that was working on consumers. Crazy bullshit. But anyway, I was so happy. And then he was like, yeah, we probably won't be home till 2 a.m. again because there was still like 32 people without heat. So thank God we got heat really quickly. But anyway, what I really wanted to talk about was Sloan Bella. I agree mostly with Sloan about the world. But I was naive to think that everything happens for a reason. I think that's a gaslighting thing. I think that allows you to be okay with everything that happens to you. You're supposed to be just merrily on your way. Because when Caleb passed away, I have become sort of angry. Angry with not that he's gone because it's bullshit anyway. He's 25, he went home and went to bed and friggin' died. Um, but angry with the idea of, okay, so last year my son lost a friend of his best friend in Japan. Now I lose another one of my son's best friends. I lost my husband when I was freaking 30. When he was 30, I was 34. My mom died 67. Then their grandpa Dave died, and then Rebecca died, the next door neighbor's lovely daughter, who is the mother to my nephew's son. On and on it goes. I mean, just random weird things. Death. So, what I'm trying to learn is now what am I supposed to learn from this? Okay? I know about dissension, 4D, 5D, whatever you want to do. The problem I have with this is that I just watched this Japanese movie and it's Among the Gods or Along the Gods. Fabulous movie. But they have 3 guardians that are live a millennia. And the 3 of them had this life together. And it's not until the second movie that you find out the 3 of them had a life together. But they're sort of angry with each other because the one is the boss and then the other 2 follow. Until they meet a god on the planet. So they're helping this other family go through a death, and then they run into this God in a cookie jar. So the God tells them, "You have memories, okay? You have memories from your beginning life." It wasn't until the God showed them or told them their memories of how they interacted with the guy that the leader guardian, that they could forgive him for what happened in their lives and move on and be reincarnated. I'm like, motherfucker, this is bullshit. 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 Because we're put on this planet over and over again like friggin' fireflies in a friggin' mason jar. Okay. Reincarnated. Okay. But why don't we have no memories? How are we supposed to correct our behavior if we never have a memory? Why is Caleb in my life and then dies at 25? Why? How can I correct this? How can I be, oh, I'm just supposed to be happy, and oh, he went to heaven without me, or the next dimension without me, and blah, blah, blah. Dude, I'm sick of that. No, no, no. And I truly believe Sloan has it right. We're just trapped here in a friggin' mason jar and never told a damn thing. Now, there was a TikTok video of somebody doing that, and then they responded with, it's evil that we don't have any memories. It is. It's evil. Because then 51st Dates is a real movie. It's real. Because 51st Dates, she wakes up every day, or Groundhog Day. Every day is the same day until they learn what has happened to them. But it takes them over and over and over and over and over and over again before they figure it out. So are we on our 50th lifespan that we can figure? I mean, come on. Come the fuck on. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. This is ridiculous. We don't wake up every day going, gee, I need to learn how to walk because I have no memory of walking yesterday. What's the point in having this memory? So then we're put in the jar, we die, and then we're put in this jar, and we have no memory of what it's like to be here. That's what we're told. Okay, so our soul, and then we disconnect from this body, and we go, oh, it was so easy. It was nothing to be here. It was nothing to be here. And then, whoop, we're right back here again. What's the point of that? What is the point? Sloanie is right. It is loosh or some sort of ultimate fuckery that people are up to. I don't know. But I really like to have an answer of why this amnesia keeps kicking our ass. What are we supposed to learn to go to 4D? That we have no memory of any of this. And I think the only thing that keeps me sane is knowing that I have no memory. There's just no reason for me to get mad. How can I get mad when I don't remember yesterday? Like my last life. To know, okay, so Sylvia, you're not supposed to, Caleb was your dad last time and he was mean to you, and so this lifetime he dies early. How? But now, when I switch over to 4D, it's sort of making me frustrated because this is the question that it's not about all the fear. I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I don't give a fuck if I die. It doesn't matter. The problem is what's the point of dying if you're going to just relive the same life over and over again in different ways? And you never learn what the escape route is. Is that the red pill? We finally get our memories. We finally figure out what we're doing here. And, how we interact with people, like, what is this? Oh my God, Sloan. I never questioned that before Caleb died. And then I watched that video of yours, and it was just sort of like, I don't know. I've always been a true believer in everything happens for a reason. True believer there is a pattern to the chaos. A true believer that always riding in the middle of not being too emotional one way or too emotional in the other way, that the midline is the key to do yoga every day to get a peace and tranquility and being happy. But If that's every 51st dates, I have 51st lives before I can progress. I mean, where is that? They did that in that movie for a millennia before they figured out that this dude, the first guy, the first guardian, was their killer of both of them. And it was a simple little life. But then they're going through this just to move forward. A millennia. Is that what this is? The ending 4D is to figure out that, you know, give us our memories back. I don't know. Give me some input. Tell me. Because I am at a true loss of this. Psychic abilities. I have certain psychic abilities and certain thoughts, and I think everybody does. It's just how you connect to certain things. But I just can't figure this. This is a riddle that I will find out before I die. I gotta find out. I gotta understand. There's gotta be some, because with this 4D dimension is a slow shift over to another thing. So another timeline, because I don't care if I have friends. I don't care if I have food. I mean, there's so many things that I don't, that used to be priority, that I just don't. It doesn't bother me anymore. That are sliding by, that are just shifting over with subtle movements that I'm slow. Is that what? I don't know. I don't know. I'm frustrated. And Caleb was Caleb for this, to wake me up to the idea that our memories are very important for us to move forward, so we don't keep making the same stupid fucked up mistakes over and over again, so we end up on this beast planet. And I truly believe this is the beast planet. I never thought that. I thought it was negative positive, negative positive, but I'm starting to wonder if she's not completely and utterly right about the beast planet. This is, what other planet would put you on here and watch a 25-year-old die? For your own sake. For you, for a learning process. Or watch children die. What is their purpose? If you have no memories, how do you know what your purpose is? If you have no memories of giving birth to this baby, and at 3 months old it dies of cancer or SIDS or whatever, and you never have the answer to this or a memory of this, how do you ever learn to go forward? I really believe this TikToker is right. It's evil we don't have memories. It would be evil if we woke up every day and had to learn how to walk. It is evil, I think. I think it is evil. And if we do go to a different dimension and we realize that we know the purpose of the whole idea of why we were here, and then we willingly come back, then I'm stupid and I don't want to come back. I'm not a negative person. I'm not an extremely positive person. The middle is where I ride. I know people are bad, and I know people are good, and I know people's situations are bad, and I know people have it a lot worse than me, and I know a lot of people have a lot more better than me. I'm truly not a negative person at all. It's just, this is question. Caleb has made me question so much about the existence of why we have no memories. Why are we doing this over and over again? Not even my husband. He put himself into a situation where he shouldn't have been. You know, the other boy, he was a little bit more mischievous. This boy went home and went to fucking bed. What did he ever do? He was a happy-go-lucky Libra. He was a Libra. I'm a Libra. He was a Libra. My son is a Gemini. We got along greatly. We did all kinds of things together. We went Pokemon to store. We opened Pokemon cards together. We did when there's a restaurant here, we go. I mean, I'm the old lady of the group, and we'd still go hang out. And I knew all their anime, like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titans. I got into all that. What the fuck? And then me and my son were asking. He's like, "Mom, so you believe that he fulfilled his purpose?" I don't know anymore, son. I'm sorry. I don't have the faith that we have a purpose, that there is a purpose to this kind of thing. Because if we had a purpose, we would learn from our mistakes and we would embrace our purpose. But we can't learn from mistakes because we have no memories. Love to everyone. Love. Happy New Year to whoever. And Merry Christmas to everybody. I didn't celebrate. I had no desire to celebrate. Just didn't care. This is the second year in a row that I haven't had a Christmas tree, and I don't even pay attention to time. So as time was coming up to the Christmas tree, I had the Christmas tree up. I was gonna do it, and I even had lights on it until Thursday, the 8th. I got a phone call from my son, screaming that his best friend was dead. That afternoon, I cried and took down my Christmas tree. Bye. Please like, share, subscribe.